we've got the radiologist's assistant from the early 1900s. Back then, X-ray machines were shiny new toys, and safety? Non-existent. These assistants were exposed to crazy amounts of radiation, no protection, no warnings. You can guess how that ended. Imagine being in the same room as a radioactive machine every day. The health problems were horrific. People lost limbs, got burned, developed cancer, and yes, some even died. Number 3 is the snake milker. These brave souls extract venom from some of the world's deadliest snakes. The venom is used to create anti-venom, but one wrong move, and you're bitten by a cobra or a rattlesnake. Night soil collector. Imagine walking the streets of 19th century London, but instead of strolling, you're hauling buckets of human waste. These workers, known as night soil collectors, would collect waste from outhouses and cesspools in the dead of night. But here's the kicker. The cesspits were unstable, and workers often risked falling in, and not to mention drowning in sewage. Plus, exposure to diseases like cholera was a real daily hazard. It's not exactly the job you'd want to take home for a family dinner. Next is the plague doctor during the Black Death. These doctors wore creepy bird-like masks filled with herbs, thinking it would protect them from the bad air, which we now know is complete nonsense. What's crazier is that these docs had little to no medical training and were literally exposed to the deadliest disease known to history. They were walking death traps, with no real protection, treating people who were already infected. So much for a cure. At number 6, we have the whaling harpooner. Whaling was big business in the 18th and 19th centuries, but this job was incredibly dangerous. The harpooners would throw harpoons into massive whales while riding on tiny boats. One swipe from a whale's tail could easily capsize the boat. Throw in some deadly storms, icebergs, and whale-sized danger, and you've got yourself a deadly job. I mean, these guys were hunting giants in the ocean. Next, we have leech collectors. Sounds gross, right? Well, it gets worse. In the 18th and 19th centuries, leeches were a popular treatment for everything from headaches to serious ailments. And where did doctors get these little bloodsuckers? Leech collectors. These brave individuals waded into swamps full of deadly creatures like snakes, risking disease, drowning, and getting stuck in the mud. Oh, and did I mention the leeches would attach to them too? Yeah, gross. Next, we have the tin can opener. Picture this. You're miles underwater during the Cold War, and your job is to break into a submarine with a giant tin can opener. Yeah, you heard that right. These divers had to breach enemy submarines for reconnaissance missions, all while battling freezing temperatures, strong currents, and the pressure of one of the most secure vessels on the planet. And finally, human cannonball. Imagine being strapped into a giant cannon and fired across the air with nothing but a safety net to catch you. That's the human cannonball act. The danger? Crashing into the cannon, missing the net, or misjudging the trajectory. One wrong move and you'd really feel the impact. Literally. That's all for today. I've got more videos like this coming your way, so hit that subscribe button to stay tuned.